A logo design is one part of a brand, but creating a custom pattern with that logo brings the brand identity to life. Today, I'll show you how to create a seamless brand pattern in Adobe Illustrator, and I'll put that brand pattern on some mockups so it can feel like a complete identity. I'm starting with this logo design project that I created for Cry Lacy Homes. We designed this really cool icon at the top of the logo. That's what I'd like to use for our brand pattern today. So I'm going to grab that icon from their style guide. I'm going to copy and paste it onto a new artboard. Let's create a new artboard quickly. Go to Document Setup, Edit Artboards, and I'm going to hold down Shift, and let's just draw a new artboard. Up here, I see some properties for my artboard size, and we need to make a perfect square artboard to create our brand pattern. I'm just going to start with 200 by 200 to make a perfect square. You could also go to Window, Properties, and adjust it from the Properties panel. So I copied and pasted my logo into the middle of the artboard. So first thing we need to do, we need to make sure this is grouped. Select all the elements in the logo, right click and say group. I'm then going to hold down Shift and Option, and I'm going to enlarge this quite a bit. This is going to help with our repeating pattern. Okay, so to make a repeating pattern, you either need to work all within this white box, or you need elements to hang off the sides, and they'll repeat to the right. So that's what we're going to do first. So I'm simply going to move the logo and just have it hang off the side, just the edge of it. And to get this to repeat perfectly, we are going to make a copy of this logo and move it to the other side and have it also hang off. I'm going to right click the logo, go to Transform, Move. Remember, we set up our artboard at 200 pixels. So we want to move this logo 200 pixels to the right. So I'm going to move it horizontally. I'm going to put in 200, and you can also preview this. So just to make sure it's going where I want it, that looks correct. And we don't just want to move it, we want to make a copy. So click copy. So that made a copy of our logo and moved it 200 pixels to the right. Okay, now I want to fill this in. I want to fill in this gap. So I'm going to hold down Option and just click and drag this logo right here in the middle. I want to make sure there is equal space between these three logos. So I'm going to select all three, go to our Align tools, and go to Window, Align, and there is a Distribute Spacing option, and you can click that and it will make the space equidistant between the selected elements. All right, so we have our first row. Now we need to make a row above and below. I'm going to select our logo row, hold down Option to make a copy, and just click and drag, and I'm going to drag this up. And I'm just eyeballing this. I want these spaces to all be about the same width apart. So somewhere around there is good. And again, we have our logo row, it's going off the edge. Now, the last step is we're going to make a copy of this top row to hang off the edge on the bottom. This top row selected, I'm going to right click, go to Transform, Move, and this time we're going to move our row down vertically. We need to actually say -200 vertically. We can preview this. That didn't go the right place. Let's see. Maybe it's just 200. There it is. Vertical 200 pixels. Preview it again. That looks good. So we're going to make a copy. So now we have our logo row hanging off the bottom, hanging off the sides, and the top. One issue I see is we don't have the same spacing down here as we do up here. I'm simply going to just adjust this middle row and scooch it up just a little bit. Okay, now that we've placed our logo, there are a few steps we need to take to actually create the pattern swatch. First thing we need to do is put a color behind this. I see white behind this, but that's only because the artboard has a white color to it. So let's first go to our rectangle tool on the left-hand side of Illustrator, and we're going to just click and create a 200 pixel by 200 pixel square. Click OK. And we want to make sure this is filled with the background color that you want. So in my case, I just want white. If you don't have the right color, you'll need to open your swatches panel, go to Window, Swatches, and you can fill this with the color that you want. Okay, I'm going to move my box and align it as best I can with my artboard. I can select it and actually align it perfectly using the Align tool. So go to Window, Align, and you can center it and center it. We also need to move it to the back because right now it's obviously on top of our artwork. So I'm going to right click and say Arrange, Send to Back. Now we need to define the pattern swatch with another square. And we do that with a transparent square. Let's copy this square. So right click, say Copy, and then right click again and say Paste in Place. So that just made another square on top of our design. We do not want a fill on the second square. So I'm going to my swatches panel, or you can go in your left-hand toolbar and just remove the fill. And now we need to move this transparent square to the back. So I'm going to right click it, Arrange, Send to Back. Okay, so now we have a transparent square, and then we have a white square on top of it, and then our artwork. That's the arrangement we need for our perfect pattern swatch. Here's the magic. Now we click and drag and select everything. You need to have your swatches panel open, so go to Window, Swatches to open that. And we are going to just simply click and drag all this artwork up into our swatch tiles. And you can see it made a new swatch right here. And if I zoom out, we will create a new square. So I'm going to go over to my tools, find the rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw a big box and fill this box with our new pattern swatch. And this looks really good. If you saw that you had an issue in your design, like something was not aligned correctly, or you just don't like it, you can always go back to this original pattern swatch, make adjustments, and go through that process again of selecting everything and dragging it to the swatches panel. Download my free brand design workbook at the bottom of this video. It includes steps to design a logo and create a full brand from start to finish. Now, let's say we wanted a different color variation of this pattern. If I go back to their style guide, here's another logo variation. They have this all white logo that can go on the tan background or this dark brown background. I kind of like this dark brown background. It's nice, and the logo is all white on that variation. So if we wanted a different version of our pattern, all we would need to do is copy this swatch and change the colors and make a new pattern swatch. So let's do that now. Go up to Document Setup, Edit Artboards, and I'm just going to hold down Option and repeat this pattern swatch just beneath it. I'm just going to click and drag to select all the logos, and we need to make sure to not select the background. So let's see. I'm going to hold down Shift to deselect the squares. We're going to turn all these logos white. If I go to my left-hand toolbar to my swatches, I'm just going to choose white, click OK. So the logos are all white now. And now we're going to select this background swatch, and I'm just going to use my eyedropper, which is in my left toolbar, and I'm going to select their brown color. So you can see this variation now, the white logo on the dark background. Let's make another pattern swatch. Go up to Window, Swatches to show our swatches panel. I'm going to click and drag this new pattern swatch over into our swatches. And I actually can just take this shape right here and fill it with our new pattern swatch. There you go. I'm actually going to put these swatches next to each other so I can see them both. So we'll fill one with our first pattern swatch and fill the other with our second. Now that I have this pattern swatch, I want to actually put this in a mockup for their brand. So first I'm going to export this file. I'm going to move these patterns beneath each other, and we're going to create a new artboard. Go up to Document Setup, Edit Artboards, and I'm going to draw a really large artboard. I like to start with maybe 2000 pixels by 2000 pixels, so I'm just going to type that into my Properties panel. So I think we'll use this top one for our mockup. So let's now draw a shape and fill this new artboard with our pattern swatch. And you want to make sure it's hanging off the edge a little bit on all the sides. At this point too, I could also scale it up or down. So if I want the pattern to be a little larger or smaller, I can do that here. So let's export this artboard with our completed pattern. This artboard is artboard number 4. So that first number indicates what number artboard it is. Let's go up to File, Export, Export As. Let's start at the bottom. We know that we are exporting just artboard 4. So we do want to use the artboards, and the range we want to use is just artboard number 4. We can rename this pattern. So Cry Lacy Homes, brand pattern 1. And the format we want, if you were exporting this for a real project, you'd probably want to export it in a PDF and a JPEG for print. If this were just for web, you could do a PNG, JPEG, or SVG. For right now, we're just going to choose JPEG and click export. You get some JPEG options. We are just doing this for web today, so I'm going to choose RGB for our color model. But if you were printing this, you would want to make sure this file was set up and exported in CMYK. We want this to be really high resolution, so just keep all that here and click OK. And let's go look at our exported pattern and make sure it exported correctly. Okay, that looks good. So I've gone to unsplash.com to look for mockups, and this is a place to get free stock photos, and they have tons of mockups that you can use too. They have some that are paid and some that are free, so I'm just gonna go choose some free options. And I'm looking for a mockup bag. I'm thinking like this kind of bag. So let's go download this, and we're going to use Adobe Firefly to make our mockup. I'm going to go over to image and say generate image, and we're simply going to add our reference images right here. So I'm going to grab our bag mockup, and I'll also grab our brand pattern and write the prompt down here. Place the brand pattern on the bag. Remove existing marks from the bag. Click generate. And you can see it added our pattern to the bag. This looks great. I'm going to download this. I found a few other mock-ups I wanted to make. I have this interior photo. I want to put the brand pattern on the wall and also on a white coffee mug. So place the brand pattern on the coffee mug. I've got my brand pattern attached. Let's click generate. Okay, that also looks good. Let's download that one. Place the brand pattern on the white wall behind the chair, plant, and cabinet. Okay, so here it is on the wall. There is some distortion down here I'm noticing, but overall it did a good job. We could just crop that out. So I'm going to download this. So let's go look at our 3 brand mockups. Here it is on a bag, on a wall, and on a coffee mug. If you like this tutorial, check out this badge logo tutorial right here. Subscribe to the channel for more Illustrator and branding tutorials. Thanks so much.